let's talk about PulseChain, because right now there's this incredible paradox at the very heart of its ecosystem. It's a story of brutal, ugly market numbers clashing with a diehard, unbelievably resilient community. This is a battle between pure conviction and total capitulation. So, where does all this tension come from? It starts with this one single number, a drop of 83% year to date. I mean, let that sink in. This isn't just a dip, this is a crisis for a lot of people. It's a figure that just screams something has gone seriously wrong here. And yet, in the face of that staggering loss, you have this completely opposite narrative. There's this core belief inside the community that PulseChain is not just some project, it's a freedom chain. And not only will it survive, it has the potential for a 200x return. They see a project that's just profoundly undervalued.
So that's the big question, right? How can you have an 83% crash and a 200x potential coexisting in the same space? That's what we're going to unpack today. We're diving into this intense tug of war between what the market is saying and what the community truly believes.
Okay, first we have to look at the bear case, the people who are sounding the alarm bells. They'd say the true believers are in a state of denial. And you know what? They've got some pretty compelling points to back up that frustration. And when you look at the data, you can see this frustration isn't about just one thing. Yeah, the price action is the biggest factor, for sure. It's just crushing. But look how close behind you've got internal drama and super low trading volume. It's a cocktail of problems. All of this has led some people in the community to ask a really blunt question, and this is their language, not mine. Is the project cooked? I mean, what a phrase. It just perfectly captures that feeling of exhaustion and the deep-seated fear that the price is just never coming back. And this right here, this is what really stings for a lot of holders. It feels like when the whole crypto market has a bad day, PulseChain just drops even harder. But then, when things turn green and everyone else starts recovering, it kind of struggles to keep up. For the bears, that weakness is a massive red flag. And here's the crucial thing. This goes way deeper than just the price. We're talking about core trust issues that are eating away at confidence from the inside. You've got SEC scrutiny hanging over the founder, technical glitches like the network going down, and just nonstop infighting in the community. Then you add worries about their stablecoin and this feeling that every new project just dilutes the value of the old ones. It's a lot. It really is a recipe for some serious doubt. But, okay, that is only half of the story. So let's flip the coin. Let's look at the bull case, because they're building a totally different narrative, one that's all about incredible, almost unbelievable resilience. See, the bulls argue that PulseChain's greatest strength is that it's not like all those other projects, the ones backed by venture capital that have a big hype cycle and then just fade away as the VCs sell off. They believe PulseChain has this organic, grassroots staying power because it was built from the ground up, by and for its own community. And this is the mantra that defines that entire community. Hodl through hell. It's more than just holding on, it's an ethos. It's this defiant belief that getting through these brutal times isn't failure. It's actually a test of faith that only the true believers are going to pass. And this faith isn't totally blind. It's tied to some very real, concrete developments they see on the horizon. The bulls are pointing to things like ProveX, which is privacy tech that's meant to compete with giants like Zcash. They see the pDAI stablecoin as the key to stabilizing the whole ecosystem. And then there are integrations like LibertySwap, which they expect to just supercharge DeFi on the chain. This analogy really says it all. This is what sums up the entire bull case. The believers, they don't see this low price as a failure. They see it as a historic opportunity. For them, buying into PulseChain right now is like getting a time machine and buying a piece of Ethereum back in 2016, right before it went on its monumental run. So where does all of this leave us? Well, you've got the bears pointing to some pretty damning evidence, and you've got the bulls holding on to this incredibly powerful vision for the future. And the result? It's a complete and total standoff. And this data on community sentiment just makes that divide crystal clear. Look at this. It's almost perfectly split. You got 45% of the conversation being positive, hopeful, looking to the future. And right up against it, 40% is dominated by negativity and frustration. The community is literally at war with itself over which narrative is true.
So let's just lay it all out side by side one last time. For the bears, the price is crushing, there's internal drama, and they see a community in denial. For the bulls, there's a 200x opportunity, a resilient hodl culture, a solid tech roadmap, and those comparisons to early Ethereum. It is two completely different realities being drawn from the exact same set of facts.
And all of this leaves us with one final critical question. Is this unbelievably passionate community the ultimate safety net that will guarantee PulseChain survives and eventually thrives? Or is it an echo chamber, protecting believers from a harsh reality and just delaying an inevitable collapse? That, right there, is the multi-billion-dollar question at the very center of PulseChain today.